Again, Andy.
You did.
What is the matter with you?
Nothing the matter with me, son.
Whatever Andy wants to do. I've had enough.
With the camp's two builders walking off the job, construction of the shelter grinds to a halt.
I'm used to being in control. I'm used to being organised, everything running efficiently. It's what I do.
Seriously, my will is a punch to the throat. He's down, gone, finished.
Yo, what's good guys, it's Jay Hall and I'm back again with another video. Alright guys, so in this video I will be breaking down season 2 episode 1 of The Island, Men vs. Women Survival Challenge. In the last video I broke down the women's and you know how that went.
I want to prove that I can be independent, that I can survive and that I can make decisions for myself.
Few minutes later.
So now this time we're breaking down the men's.
I'm about to abandon these men on a remote Pacific island.
But before we get into it, make sure you hit the like button, follow me on Instagram, man. And I also respond to y'all in the DMs. So if you want to hit me up, Instagram is the best way. And now with that said, let's get into the video. So let's go ahead and introduce some of our contestants. We have a car salesman.
I personally don't think men are as strong now as they were, I wouldn't even say 50 years ago, even 5 years ago.
And we have a paramedic who wants to be more popular with the ladies.
It'd be nice to think I've come off the island feeling a little bit more macho, a little bit more alpha male, a little bit more popular with the ladies.
That's not gonna happen. And then we have one of the characters who's a bit whiny. He's probably one of the most whiniest characters in this episode.
I don't think I've done anything that's put myself at risk, really, but I'm scared.
And then we got the real G right here, Paul. And he's one of the characters that I want you guys to pay attention to.
I've got a stressful job, I've got a newborn baby at home. I want to go out on the island to get away from the day-to-day.
Any of you guys are weak swimmers, it is a good time to say.
I've never swum this distance before, not even in a swimming pool, but I will get there.
Of course, it had to be the black guy, bro. When are we gonna break the stereotypes? We should learn how to swim. It's about time, it's 2023. When are we gonna learn how to swim? So now they made it on the island.
I'm Andy Bennett, builder for Milton Keynes.
We've got a fucking builder, everybody!
Yeah. And this person right here, Andy, I need y'all to pay attention to him as well, because he is gonna be one of the most backstabbing character in this episode, man. So we have Andy and Paul. They both have building experiences, and they are the two that's gonna end up clashing. So the best place to set up camp is preferably by the beach, because you don't want to be stuck in the jungle where all the creatures and little quitters can come get you. So Paul here didn't want to waste time and he wanted to go straight to the beach.
Somehow I've fallen into chief navigator mode, but I'm on it.
And as you can see, Paul is used to being in charge of people because he is a construction manager. So his natural leadership skills start to show. But naturally, if you want to be a leader, you have to know what the hell you're doing. So of course, people are gonna question you to make sure you know what you're doing.
Do we want to be hacking through this stuff when it's pitch black? Or at the next time we see a clearing, are we gonna think about settling down for the night?
I personally want to just plough on and make it.
This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, but this man right here, he's the youngest and the most whiniest, man. He's pretty much a pussy.
I know it's heavy.
I'm a fuck, pal. No, I'm not.
But it's heavy.
You want to carry this bag? It's fucked.
He's whining about carrying a bag that everyone else is carrying.
At the front, Paul pushes on, despite the group's growing dissent.
So while Paul is pushing through and he's determined to find the beach, this old ass man Andy over here criticizing him and making fun of him.
Some people ain't playing ball.
In what way? What do you mean?
Well, cracking on with fuck all, you know? We could all do that, like a hero with a machete. Come on, fuck's sake.
Andy's already coming with the negative energy, and to survive circumstances like this, you need to stick together as a group and have a positive mindset. Speaking of positivity, my guy Paul found a beach.
I found the sea.
And now he has the respect of a leader.
Well done, mate, well done.
Never doubted myself. Never.
And as a leader, if you want people to follow you, you have to prove yourself to be competent. You cannot be useless and expect people to follow you. So now the group's main concern is getting the fire started so they can start purifying the water. Because as you can see, the state of the water is shit. Literally. So now the guys are attempting to make a fire. It actually took them quite some time to make the fire. So this is where I'll give the girls props because they managed to make the fire quicker than the men.
Gone out, innit?
Fuck all.
So after the old way wasn't working, my guy Kai came up with a way to use his glasses and the sunlight to create heat to burn the bushes.
No.
Oh, go on, Andy, lad!
He innovated and it ended up working out. They didn't really respect him because he was an IT guy. Like, what does he know about surviving? He works in tech.
Who's the pull? We all take it back about the IT guy.
But he just proved himself useful, and now they have respect for him. And as men, you have to prove yourself to earn the respect of others. So now the guys are concerned about building a shelter for the fire because it is about to rain. And of course, Andy starts bitching about he doesn't have the energy, he needs to sleep.
I've not got the energy to build a shelter or anything at the moment.
And keep in mind, no one slept yet. He's just being selfish.
He seems to separate himself from the group a little bit.
And to survive, you have to stick together and work well as a group. But he's already on this selfish path.
All I want to do at the moment is get some sleep. Just some.
No one slept yet, and you have to make sure you have everything prepared for the weather before you decide to go sleep and not help out. That is so, it's selfish. I would not want someone like that on my team at all. And I do have respect for my guy Paul, because he knows how to call out bullshit and he knows how to take charge and get shit done. And you need someone like that in a leadership role.
Without the fire, the men will have no means of purifying water to drink.
So now the guys are coming together, building the shelter, while Andy and his old ass are trying to sleep, not helping at all. But they still show some concern for him.
Has anyone checked on Andy? Oh, good goal. Andy!
So now Paul is doing an analysis of Andy's character. And he's the only one that's been really vocal about Andy's bullshit.
Andy chose to not help the group in any way, shape or form.
But they did manage to save the fire without Andy's help.
The group managed to save their fire with a small temporary shelter. But the men themselves had no protection from the
After all this talk about not helping and him needing sleep and trying to sleep, he wakes up the next day and says he still didn't get any sleep.
I don't know what day it is. I don't know if it's day 2 or day 3. Still no sleep after getting on the island. I think I've had about, honestly.
And what was the whole point of that, Andy?
Think about myself now. I've been up all fucking night. I'm a mess because of it.
You was under some rocks away from the rain while the other guys were building a shelter in the rain, soaking wet. They didn't get any sleep. So you have the nerve to complain about not sleeping? That is crazy. And then we have the graphic designer over here talking about how much he misses his girl on day 2. Like, this is not a survival challenge.
Best thing that happened to me, huh?
How long have you been together?
5 years. For the first time ever, since I met her, that I've gone 24 hours without speaking to her, so.
This is a 5 to 6 week challenge. You knew what you signed up for. It has been 2 days, 2 whole days, and you're crying about your girlfriend?
What's her name?
Charlotte.
2 days? Honestly, guys, some of these men are pissing me off more than the girls, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So Andy wants to be the leader. He wants to be respected, but he's trash! Like, look at the area he picked out for everyone to camp.
You're more exposed to the tides, you're more exposed to the weather, and we're going to get bitten to smithereens by sandflies.
It's not an option.
No way.
And no one liked it. Everyone was like, is he for real? He for real? And now he's mad because no one likes his spot.
Pointless. Give him my opinion, mate.
Come on, Andy, you should want what's best for the team. Paul's not even trying to completely shit on him.
I would love to have come down here for Andy's sake and gone, this is fucking brilliant, mate.
Yeah.
But the trouble is, we walked in here and I kept my mouth shut.
Paul is just making rational observations to why this is a bad spot.
People get me in to fix anything. Customers phone me up to put their IKEA bedroom stuff together.
This man is comparing IKEA to the wilderness. What the fuck you talking about? But now look at the spot Paul chose.
Because it's elevated, this is not really going to get that wet.
Got a fairly good canopy. We can all sleep here on the dry.
Correct. You've got a nice little breeze coming through as well.
Yeah, I like this place.
Paul is just proving how useful and knowledgeable he is as a leader. And he keeps earning the respect of the other guys.
You know what? He's single-minded, but he makes clear decisions and sticks by them.
And he also got a little humor.
We're fucking saved. Knew there was power on the island.
And here we go again, the little graphic designer complaining.
It's the stupidest idea ever had.
Actually, Andy might be the weakest link because he doesn't even want to be a part of the group.
Cannot face another day on here. Honestly, I can't. I'm at the stage of...
Man, shut your ass up! And now Joe, the graphic designer, wants to leave.
Why did you sign up?
I don't know.
Exactly, why the hell did you sign up? You knew it was gonna be 6 weeks. You couldn't even stay for a week? And listen, guys, after watching this one and comparing it to the women's, like, a lot of these guys are bitches.
I'm not gonna make the rest of the time on the island.
And listen, I'm calling him a bitch because it hasn't even been 4 days.
I can't believe it. He's not been here 4 days. We've not even started.
He wants to go home.
So now this is where shit starts to go wrong. They can't decide how to work together because one wants to do things a certain way and the other one wants to do things the other way.
All we need to do is tie this on here, please. That's all we need to do.
Yeah, but where's the bit of wood? Because I'm not tying a fucking knot if there ain't a...
And on top of that, Andy is threatening to go home.
Why are you threatening to go home, Andy?
All sorts of reasons, mate.
And now he's being passive aggressive. Paul notices this and he's just done with the bullshit.
Ask again, Andy.
You did.
What is the fucking matter with you?
No.
Honestly, Paul has proven himself to be a good leader, to know what he's doing. He's proven that. But Andy hasn't proven shit. He pretty much proved that he's a selfish prick. My British accent sucks, but y'all get the point.
I'm used to being in control. I'm used to being organised, everything running efficiently. It's what I do.
Seriously, my will is a punch to the throat. He's down, gone, finished. It's over with. I walk away. Happy days.
Hey, I'm not dealing with that sort of immaturity.
In fact, as a man, you do have to draw your boundaries and not deal with bullshit, not tolerate any bullshit. So now with all this struggle going on, they decide to call a meeting to settle things like men.
My personal opinion is that we are stronger together than we are apart.
That's true. And this is what whiny ass Joe, the graphic designer, has to say.
I will be saying no more. I'll just be waiting for the boat to arrive and to leave.
Yeah, something, man. Get out of here then. And now Paul's about to go in on Andy. He's about to list everything Andy has done wrong up to this point, man. Listen.
He's segregated himself from the group from day one. We're having a discussion, he doesn't want to know. We haven't got any beds, he makes himself a bed. He goes off and sulks. Somehow that's my fault.
Yeah, Andy's selfish and it's gotten to the other point. The other men are getting on him too.
No one here has had enough sleep to give them the energy to do what they've had to do the next day. So you pointing the finger at me and saying, well, you've had sleep.
Get him out of here, man. Get Andy out of here. So Paul ended up leaving because he's not tolerant of bullshit. And Andy stays.
It's fucking immaturity. It's sulking and it's attention seeking.
You don't want to scapegoat, I realise this.
And in the next episode, Andy starts to prove Paul right so bad, and he ends up leaving too.
You regretting it?
I am at this moment, mate, if I'm totally honest, yeah. I'd like to say I want the boat here now. Over and out. Bye.
Yo, this man is so selfish. Paul called him out to a T. It's just a shame that Paul had to leave and leave them with Andy.
It was a shame that Paul had to go because Andy was always going to go in the end.
But yeah, guys, but overall, when I watched the girls episode compared to this, the main differences I've seen between the men and the women is that the men managed to do things more efficiently. They kept their fire alive, they actually made better shelters, and they also were able to select a competent leader. It just so happens that he clashed with Andy. But the girls, they had a hard time finding a leader or trusting in one particular girl. And their fire ended up dying out the same night. So those are the differences I see from watching these two episodes. And let me know if y'all would want me to break down the other episodes. And that's all I have for this video. I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace out.